I try to answer all of your comments as soon as I get them so you guys are more in the know about the Fisker Ocean. But sometimes it's nice to just put all those answers together. And that's what we've done today. Let's get into it. My most recent video shows me ordering my Fisker Ocean Sport, and these questions are from the comments section of that video. And there's a correction I want to make from my presentation of that video right off the bat. In that video, I compared the delivery estimate to the destination and handling fee of the Ocean One. Turns out the destination and handling fee of all the Oceans is $2,438. And a lot of folks are a little upset that that number is so high. But remember, this is a small batch vehicle from a startup that's sending them across the world kind of individually. They need to set up pop-up delivery events, and that costs money. What you're paying for is the fact that Fisker doesn't have those delivery centers yet. Is that disappointing? Yes. Is it more than twice what Tesla charges? Yes. However, Tesla can raise the price $1,200, $1,400, $1,000 overnight on many products, and it has very recently. So that's another thing that we're paying for with that destination fee of $2,438 is that in 2019, this vehicle was unveiled at $37,499 starting price, and it's still $37,499 starting price. They haven't changed the numbers since they released them in 2019. But we've got many more questions. Let's get to them. If you order a model with the solar roof option, does the solar roof also passively or actively charge while the car is driving, and does it still charge if the sunroof is open? The solar roof does have the ability to charge the main DC pack, so whatever portion of the roof is exposed to the sun will charge the car. I live in the desert and I want to be able to remotely precondition my car in the summer. I also want to leave the AC on when the vehicle is parked. Does that mean I need to buy the winter package for the remote preconditioning features? I think the winter package will be necessary to get the preconditioning experience in the cabin that you're looking for. The Ultra and Extreme will have the heat pump, but we don't know what cabin overheat protection will look like or whether it's part of the winter package or just a standard feature. But if you're looking to precondition from inside your house, based on the verbiage, you're looking at the winter package. Another question, what's the alcohol blood level monitor? In the event of a DUI conviction, that's going to save you the money that it takes to have that installed by a third party in order to continue to drive. So stay away from the law enforcement, don't drink and drive, and it'll never apply to you. I made a reservation for an Ocean Extreme in April 2022. I'm German, and has there been any news on delivery? Well, Germany is one of the launch countries, so your country will get the earliest European allocations of the Extreme. I don't know why anyone would add option packages to the Sport or Ultra at the point of sale. They could be incurring a higher tax burden. While this may be true, it does give you the opportunity to finance them. So that's both sides of that coin. Great dialogue. I haven't received an email yet. I paid $250 to reserve an Ultra on January 26th. How do I convert my reservation to an order like you did? Please help. I reserved my Ocean in January of 2020. Then, in August of 2022, there was a 9 to 10 day period where Fisker offered reservation holders in the US the chance to convert their reservation to a deposit because of the Inflation Reduction Act and this transition rule that was going to go away. But for that 9 to 10 days, we did have the opportunity, potentially, to get a tax credit. During that 10-day period, the US allotment for Ultra and Sport models sold out. People who got in during that window are currently being offered the opportunity to configure their orders. That's what I just recently did. Whatever the second allocation is, that's after 42,400 units, then you would be asked to configure. But those 42,400 units, based on Fisker's estimates in their last earnings call, will go out in 2023, at least based on what they estimate right now. So early 2024 would be the earliest you'd see that opportunity coming through. Great question. Can we purchase the packages later on? Yes, they're listed as over-the-air upgrades, so based on that, you got to go with yes. I did my configuration, and there was an additional destination and handling fee of $2,438. That's correct. All the Oceans come with that fee, so be prepared to pay it before you configure. When do you think the Sport will be available? Are you thinking 2024 for your vehicle, or is it possible this year? This is a great question. Fisker says they intend to build those 42,400 vehicles this year, and with 65,000 total reservations, there's a certainty that thousands of those will be the Ultra or the Sport. So some of them will go out this year if all goes according to plan. Great question. This one could have implications on your tax credit, and it's a great question. Now that you're done, does your order order dates still show August 7th, or is it now March 3rd, the day I ordered? My order date has now reverted to my original reservation date. Hope that helps. Great question. I'm in Canada and just got my email to convert my reservation into a deposit, but only for the Extreme. So it looks like the early reservation holders are also getting the opportunity to convert to a deposit right now. The reason why the Extreme is the only option is probably because those North America allotments were sold out by the United States. Also, Canada is not one of the launch markets. But thank you so much for sharing this. I'm sure our Canadian folks are very excited. If we made a reservation February 22 and ordered in August, will we still qualify for the tax credit? That's a very complex question. That's why I'm addressing all of them regarding the tax credit. Only those who converted from a reservation to a deposit during that transition period would have potential eligibility for the tax credit. And even then, that's uncertain because, as of right now, the full guidance has not been completed by the IRS. So we're kind of waiting for them, but based on their own rules that are published, there is a chance those August conversions are eligible. But if you're not one of them, this is absolutely right. There's no tax credit available on the Ocean. It's built in Austria. And I have a little bit of breaking news on the contract verbiage because the IRS website has changed. This page here used to have verbiage that gave an example of 5%. However, that 5% number has now disappeared from this website. I will put this in the description. It has been a point of contention for many potential Fisker Ocean owners because that 5% that was just used as an example is now gone. It just needs to be a substantial amount of money, and technically, all deposits on Fisker Oceans are at least $1,000 because before we lock in, we have to make an additional $750 payment to complete our deposit. That's in my Ocean Sport video. Make sure you fast forward to the end. It's all there. Are there any plans to make the cars available for a test drive? And another question about the solar roof. Test drives in the US will start in Los Angeles at that first Fisker Center. I go over that specifically in more detail in my earnings call video. It's a quick watch. It's only 4 minutes. I definitely recommend you check it out. Link in the description. Otherwise, just make sure you're signed up for all the email alerts that you can get, and you'll have the best opportunity to catch one of those pop-up events if there are more. As far as the roof, you might want to go hang out in a Model Y. The entire roof of that thing's made of glass, and you'll probably know if you'll be bothered by it. I have the same reservation on order, but I won't be getting the winter package. What are we getting without the ultimate package as far as internet data and streaming? I need to know before I finalize. If not, what's the point of having such a big display? This is a great question. In the video, I do address that. The premium connectivity looks like something related to video streaming and probably gives you the opportunity to use that rotated screen in its full capacity. But I would think there would be an uprising if your basic streaming, navigation, and route planning weren't standard on all models. To take something like that basic functionality away would be almost criminal. Let me know if you agree in the comments. As far as I'm concerned, audio streaming in all capacities will be available, as well as navigation and route planning in the Ocean. And remember, no CarPlay or Android Auto. And in the event that our worst fears are confirmed, I know it's kind of old school at this point, but it is certain the Ocean will have Bluetooth capabilities. So you could use your phone to do all that music streaming. Absolutely not ideal, but until we get confirmation, yes, you will be able to stream audio if you have a smart device. Very important question. Thank you so much for addressing it. We've got someone specking out the Ocean saying, you want to tell me the Fisker Ocean is worth 21,000 euros more than a Tesla? Definitely not from a sheer dollar for dollar value standpoint. Tesla makes a better value proposition. It's a more mature company, giving you overall a better vehicle ownership experience, and based on the specifications you're referring to, it is a lower price. The Ocean is something for someone to stand out. It's to respect Henrik Fisker and his design choices, as well as his path towards sustainability and some of the unique features to the Ocean. The solar roof, taco trays, the bi-directional charging, which could become very important in the future, and other things. Let me know what you think down in the comments. The Model Y obviously comes standard with all-wheel drive, and when comparatively assessing the packages, does offer more options at a lower price. And all of their services are more mature, but those of us ordering the Ocean are getting it for design, first-to-market features, and exclusivity. be. No one will ever say, this is one of only a few Model Ys that came in seagrass or solar orange. Our commenter also says that Fisker is competing against BMW, Volvo, Mercedes, etc. This is true also. Great discussion. Any information on the lease process? I emailed Fisker last month and still no response. I haven't heard anything about the lease. I wouldn't count on the lease option being available in 2023 or maybe even 2024. The demand for the vehicle is too high, and the lease creates logistics issues for Fisker early on that they won't be able to handle, because then they'll need to be able to deal with that inventory, and obviously they can do it at pop-up events and things of that nature. But because of the logistical challenges early for Fisker, I think the lease is probably out unless they run out of reservations for their production capacity. Great question. One of our Ocean One reservation holders says they just received their sequence number. Amazing news. Looks like things are moving forward. That's great to hear. Any idea on how to choose financing through a different bank? Yes, you would just choose cash and then finance it like you were financing any other vehicle through a third party. Great question. I didn't get an email like this. It just shows my reservation in my Fisker account. Did you convert your reservation to a deposit in August of 2022? Those that did are able to take that step right now. I'm happy to go into more detail. Let me know what you need in the comments. And those are some of your biggest questions right now. Which items did I miss? Let me know if there's anything else that's really getting to you right now concerning the ocean. I definitely want to help. I cover all things ocean, so if you're interested, subscribe for more. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you in the next one.
Hey, smash the like button.
Thank you.